What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Sector for Nerds. I'm Ryan Brower, and I have been waiting for this day for a long time. That's right, people. The Clone Wars has returned. Even though it's only for 12 episodes, I am still very, very excited. I've been a Clone Wars fan since the beginning of the show, between the movie and then the series that followed it. I've basically grown up watching this. I was 8 years old when the Clone Wars started, and now I'm 20 and it has returned. And guys, emotions are running high after watching that first episode of The Bad Batch, because I have not seen the Bad Batch episodes previous to this, because I never watched them in their unedited forms just in case, because I kind of had a feeling that like one day, okay, maybe like they'll let Dave just finish those episodes and give it to the fans as like a fan service sort of thing. And so I was kind of right on that, but I got more than I thought was coming, which is awesome. So I have not watched the Bad Batch episodes yet, so being able to watch that first episode of this season for the first time was absolutely incredible. Just first of all, having the main Clone Wars intro, and then Tom Kane going right into the normal, narrating stuff that he does, just emotions running high and everything. For me, it was absolutely fantastic. But let's get into it. So the Bad Batch, these guys were absolutely incredible. I don't have enough good things to say about these guys. I mean, I really enjoyed all of their characters. Each of them have like their own different personalities and traits that they bring to the table. So to start out, you have Hunter, who is basically the leader, and we also find out later in the episode that he's got essentially like a good sense of smell. Like he can detect stuff from a distance and everything, so that's pretty cool. Then we have Wrecker, I believe his name was. He's like the heavy of the group. He's the muscle. He's the Hulk. He also has a very cocky attitude, which I guess like when you got that much power and that much muscle, and the fact that you can lift a gunship like Superman would a building, I think you have a little bit of a right to be cocky. So that was pretty cool. Then you've got Tech, who you could maybe guess by the name. He's sort of the brains of the operation. Then you have Crosshair, who is the sniper. Getting to see clone sniper. We don't necessarily see clone snipers all the time and stuff, so I thought that was pretty cool that we got to see that. So the whole plot of this episode is that the Separatists have been using this algorithm to defeat the Republic in the battles that they've been going through. So Rex has a theory that because they seem to be working against all of his strategies, that there's only one clone that would have known those strategies because they worked on them together, and that's Echo. And so Rex believes that Echo is still alive. And so they end up taking they were going to take a force of clones behind enemy lines, which we then find out is the Bad Batch, and they have to fight their way through a bunch of droids and stuff. A lot of these, like some of the clips, or some of these moments in the episodes were from clips that we had seen previously from stuff from Celebration and stuff that they've been posting online. And then obviously too, for the people who have watched the Bad Batch episodes, a lot of that will probably look familiar, but it will also look a lot more edited and clean and everything, There's a lot of action in this episode. We get to see the Bad Batch kick butt and do what they do. We got to see Rex and Cody. Cody ends up getting hurt, so he isn't around for much of the episode. It was great to see Jesse and Kix as well from the 501st. I'm glad that we brought those guys back. We saw Kix for a little bit, but then he ended up staying with Cody and brought him back to base. We did get to see a good portion of Jesse in this episode. Getting to see Admiral Trench again was pretty cool, and it would make sense why he would be using this kind of algorithm, because Admiral Trench is one of the more intelligent peoples in the Separatists, because, most of the people there aren't too bright. But Admiral Trench is definitely one of those exceptions, and it would make sense that he would try and use any advantage that he can get to use against the Republic. And clearly it's been working if it's been impacting them as bad as they said at the beginning of the episode. So the episode basically ends where, so obviously after the clones break their way through the base that they were trying to get to, they hack into the system and they get the codes and everything, and then they hear Echo's number being called through the thing, and Rex picks up on it right away. So now, you know, in this, I'm curious to see where they're going to go with this. Obviously, it appears that Echo is alive, which is something that was the one thing that I did know going into this arc. It was that Echo is alive, but that's the only thing I know. Like, apart from that, I have no idea what happens or how this is going to end or anything like that. So I'm very curious to see what's going to happen. And guys, I cannot wait to find out. Like, these next, like, 10, 11 weeks or whatever, I think 11 weeks yet, I get to go through the same journey that I went through growing up watching the Clone Wars, where it'd be, you know, every Friday when the new episode was on, I would watch it. The only difference is I don't have to wait till nighttime to do it. I can just do it right away when I wake up in the morning, which is freaking awesome. So you guys, let me know in the comments if you guys are excited for Clone Wars to be back, because I know I am. Any comments or questions that you have on the Bad Batch, leave them in the comments below. Make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, like the Sector for Nerds page on Facebook, and even if you want, leave your questions or comments there as well, because I'll probably be posting this video there as well, and I will see you guys next time.